afternoon. What feels like an absolute age. I think the last time we were actually out hiking was New Year's Day in the Peak District, but we didn't record that. We haven't been out in all that time for one reason or another. Van needed MOT-ing, weather, all that sort of stuff. But we're back out, and Catherine for Christmas bought me a little like tick off the Wainwright book, where you basically just, you know, log the date, the weather, experience, who you did it with, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, which means now that we start all over again. I didn't think of that one, did I?
Yeah, we've got to go through all the Wainwrights again, even the ones we've already bagged, which I don't mind. So we're back out today, covering Cat Bells, and I'm taking my new wheels for a spin. Treat myself to some Scarpas, so we're going to see how we get on with this one today. But it's a stunning day. As I always say, Catherine is my good luck charm when it comes to the weather. So it's early February. So we've done Cat Bells about 4 or 5 times together now. It was actually the first one I ever brought Catherine out to climb when we first came to the lakes for the first time, in those early dating stages. And it does hold a fond place in our heart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We like it because
It's a lot of ore.
it's a lot of ore and it's steep. But for a short amount of work, yes, it's hard for a little bit. You get amazing views of the lakes, Keswick and surrounding areas. So we wanted something to be a little bit on our side today. We did originally have plans to do Skiddaw or Skidder. How do you pronounce it? I've always pronounced it Skiddaw, but you hear people call it Skidder. So that just makes me feel like I'm being lazy and slanging it, like I'm not pronouncing things properly. So please.
How is it spelled?
Yeah.
How is it spelled?
Skiddaw.
Well, I would say Skiddaw then.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know how you pronounce that one.
People from here would know more. You're from here.
Definitely. The views today, stunning. Snow, a little bit of snow. Obviously wanted a bit more. After we saw the forecast, I was a bit excited. And actually went out and bought some micro spikes. I don't think we're going to need them today. But it's better to have them and not need them, to need them and not have them.
For people with shorts and t-shirts on, I've got about 17 layers on.
Take it off. So you can see Skidder in the distance. A bit of cloud cap on it, a bit of snow along it, and obviously Blencathra over there, and then Keswick. You can probably make out the pub actually, if you look hard enough. You bet if I mention pub to her, she'll be up and down before you know it. finally I've got to film the little bit of happy that she has before she climbs that.
I didn't say that. It's making it up.
Yeah, but that's what it means. We know this is coming. Catherine doesn't like this bit.
You make the people think that I don't like it.
You do like it.
I don't.
You just don't like certain bits. That's fine.
No, I just don't like the bits where you can't look about. You're walking through all of this, but you have to look at your feet the whole time. Pointless. You might just be on a Stairmaster in a gym because you can't look around you. The only time you can look is if you have to physically stop, which I hate doing. I hate stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting. Just like going for a nice long walk. Picture.
Yeah, man. Just making our way back down now from Cappels. We're just cutting it short today. We were never planning on doing a huge one, but my new boots are rubbing a little bit on the heels. Nothing too bad, but I can definitely feel it, so I wouldn't want to stretch it too far and go too far away from the van, and then struggle to get back. So coming back down now, and we're going to be dropping into the shade of this side of the hill, because you can see the sun is setting over that side, so it's going to be really quite cold on there. So we'll be keeping moving and making our way back.
It's been an absolutely beautiful day though.
Oh, it's been great. No wind. We kind of prepped for winter conditions. Micro spikes, loads of layers, gloves, buffs, scarves, hats, and I wish I had shorts on. It's that warm.
And we even leaving the house, we must have about 10 pairs of sunglasses each.
Yep.
Should we take a pair of sunglasses just in case?
We won't need them. Because when we left back home it was foggy. So when we've come here and the skies are blue, and I mean, we always check the weather, we keep an eye of that, but I just wasn't expecting it to be quite so clear.
It's getting chilly now because we're in the shade.
Yeah.
And got quite sweaty, so, and we've stopped for a cup of coffee and we had a protein bar. It's made me feel sick.
Yeah,
so don't do sweet stuff very well.
It's not been the best of experiences eating that when we're up here, but I think it's probably to do with the fact that we haven't really eaten today. We tend to not like to eat too much before we set off. We'll just bring snacks. Don't like it laying heavy on us, do we?
Well, I don't do well with sweet stuff anyway. I've not got the most massivest of sweet tooth.
And yet I'm the sweetest as they come, so she does alright with me. I couldn't not. But yeah, we're going to make our way back down and then hopefully get to Lakeside Car Park, get a nice spot, get freshened up and get down into Keswick town. We're staying in for tea tonight, so we're going to go to one of the pubs to grab some grub. So that should be nice. And
because we don't drink very often.
No.
And we knew we were coming here the weekend. All I've had since about Tuesday, Wednesdays. Oh, can't wait for a Guinness. Can't wait for a Guinness.
I love Guinness. My drone's beeping in the bag. We've got to switch it off, I think. Oh dear. we're pretty much back down now off Cat Bells, and we're just walking back along the road to where we parked the van, and then down back into Keswick. I know you can stay there, yeah, but you got to be early to get those spots. The amount of times I've tried to get parked up there and it's always busy.
You'd be on the wind and everything,
yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah, I've tried many a time to get that spot. We parked just down the road, which is cool for an overnighter, but it's obviously on the roadside. However, I wanted to mention, you know how they say like the mountains are what keep people young? Well, we've just experienced that firsthand, so we didn't really record anything coming down because we bumped into this guy, and I will insert a picture of him in a minute. But when I tell you how old he is and what he's capable of, I think most people will be blown away. So we see this guy, and he's got like all the gear on. You know, you could see he knew what he was doing, and he kind of just let us go ahead of him because he said he was moving a little.
Walking fairly slow.
He was moving a little bit slow, but it's slippy underfoot, and you can understand. And when I tell you why, you'll understand why he said just walk on a little bit ahead of us. Not all that long ago, he had both of his hips replaced. Both. Full replacements, the lot. And I don't even want to say the years now because it'll give it away too much. But he had a heart bypass as well.
But the conversation started by him making a joke of telling us his age.
Yeah.
Well, my jaw. I'm not often left speechless.
She's really not.
But I was left speechless.
Yeah. 2 seconds, let us go. So yeah, got chatting to him. He's done all the fells. He's hiked, he's fell ran. He's done all sorts.
He's done the Alps.
Yeah.
He's done the Alps and everything.
When we looked at this guy, I'd have put him in his 60s max.
Yeah, you said max 60.
Max 60,
yeah.
65. Phil, this is him here, is 80 years old nearly. 80. Both full hip replacements and a heart bypass 40 years ago.
The heart bypass.
The heart bypass, yeah.
How long ago did
the
you
hips?
say?
His recent hip was 2 years ago, and he's out fell walking, and he's not going slow. He was obviously coming a little bit slower on the way down, but
Well, he was keeping up with us.
when he got onto the flat ground, he was moving, and he was moving well. So it just goes to show, age is just a number, and life is what you make of it, and you don't let the things beat you or determine what you're capable of. I want to be like him at his age. Now I've just hit 40, speak properly Gavin. I've just hit 40, and I want to be able to do half of what he's doing at his age. Incredible. Hats off to you, Phil.
He's made my day. He's made our day, hasn't he?
I mean, not like we were having a bad day at all. Absolutely. Like, we were just saying, how can you not be happy when you're out here doing something like this? But when you meet guys like Phil, and his wife, to be fair, she was a bit younger than him, but she was still giving it hot foot, and she was moving well. You know, the mountains do keep you young. I'm a true believer of that. True believer. Remember, get out and do what you enjoy, and don't let anything else determine that. It's worth it.
I said to him, are you getting down into Keswick, are you, for your well-earned pint? What do we say?
No, I want to get back for the rugby.
Yeah, he wants to get back for the rugby.
Rugby.
But yeah, he's made. I still can't get over it.
80 years old nearly.
Well, he said he's 79, so it's like,
yeah.
He is practically 80, obviously, but he's just.
He was moving so well, so fluid like, but he wasn't letting anything determine what he was capable of. And if you're anyone that's climbed Cat Bells, it's people kind of downplay Cat Bells, but it's not an easy climb. It's a very popular climb.
There's a lot of up.
But it's not an easy climb, and he's up and down there today in good time. So hats off to Phil, absolutely.
Yep.
The camera's probably not making this look as dark as it actually is, but it is actually starting to to come right down. But this has been probably the most epic walk of all walks to start this the sort of climbing season back in. So not only have we met Phil, again, can't sing his praises enough. We were talking about my dad, and whether you believe this or not, you know, that's entirely up to you, but a robin came and then it landed on Catherine's hands, which sadly I didn't manage to video. At least I don't think I did. If I have, I'll put it in. And then now we've got an owl, which I'm not sure whether the camera will pick that up. But there's a big, beautiful white owl just flying around. Here it is. I really, really hope that the camera picked that up for you. Stunning.
But the thing was, we've not seen, all the time we've been here, we've not seen any robins.
No.
And we were actually talking about Gavin's parents and his stepdad and his mum, and then I brought up his dad, who we know has recently passed away. 2 robins showed up, landed together, one stayed, wouldn't leave us, and I had a bit of biscuit in my hand, from like a hiking biscuit. I put my hand out with it on and it jumped and had the biscuit off my hand.
Yeah.
And then it was still
following us around.
It was just...
What an absolute epic start to the walking season again for us. Just hope the weather's good tomorrow so we can get out, and hopefully my heels have calmed down by then, because I've just saying they've started to feel a little bit better now that I've been walking them for a while. But new boots, it's part what you got to put up with.
We can pick up some plasters or something while we're in Keswick.
I don't need plasters. I'll be right.
Well, if you could put the right socks on as well.
I've got socks on.
You just said you could possibly.
I could have put some proper hiking socks on. I just put some normal trousers, no sports socks on. They're normally not a problem. Nearly back of the van. Get de-rigged. Get to the car park, and then
to the pub.
To the pub for a nice pint of Guinness. I've been dreaming about this Guinness all week. As you say, we don't drink very often. We only really drink when we come here, places like this. And I haven't had a drink, I haven't had a beer for a long time, and I've been chatting about...
We'll have a good old pint of the wife beer, which is Stella Artois. I don't know, why do they call it that?
I don't know. No idea, it's not my sort of beer.
I like fizzy beer, you like the Guinnesses and stuff like that, don't you?
I'm like Will out of the in-betweeners. I'll have a pint of Guinness. Hoping for a good one. There's a bat.
Oh my god.
It's like spring watch with us today. 2 robins, an owl and a bat. And the wife. Here it comes. Good morning. I just had a 50p, 20p moment, if you know what I mean. I sent the drone up. It wasn't all that far away from me, but I got the dreaded notice on my screen saying that the signal had been interrupted and the screen just went black. Luckily enough I could see it, so I knew where it was, but it wasn't controlling. I had to wait for it to reconnect before I could control it, and I had about 9 minutes of battery left. Catherine fell out the van last night and she got a bad hip.
Oh, just put that back. You make it sound like I fell out of the van because I was drunk or something. I fell out because I missed my step. It was before we went out.
She had one. But we're off into Keswick now to get a to go for a coffee and a snack, and then just have a bimble around. We wanted to get out on the fells today, but my feet are a little bit tender from yesterday, so I don't want to ruin it because it'll just put me back. So, see you in a bit. That's your cruffin on your social media, so I want one of them. I can, and a cinnamon, please.
Taken away.
Please.
13.
So we've just got back to the van and we had a look around Keswick and stuff. Had some food and a cup of coffee and a pot of tea and stuff. And the weather's coming now. It's really cloudy, really wet. So we're just going to call it and go home. We might stop off somewhere on the way home. We're not sure yet. But it's been a pretty good weekend. For the first one back out, I'd say we've had a spectacular experience for the first time. Met Phil, owl, robins, bats. We had a good night last night. So it's been a good weekend and the weather's just taking a turn now. It's been good all morning, well, all morning until it's 3 o'clock now. So we're
glorious morning, wasn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful. And obviously it was a bit of an inversion, which had burnt off by the time we got down to the Derwent Water, but you could see it from where we were this morning. We obviously stayed in the car park like we always do, but we're going to head off home, have a steady drive home. We might, like I said, we might stop off somewhere on the way home, but if not, catch you in the next one.